Hey, this is Cary Pilet, and I want to talk about some ideas that I have for reducing our stress while we are doing our self-imposed quarantine or our stay-at-home, because the county has decided we need to do this so that we don't all get sick with coronavirus. So as I thought about this, I know I'm stressed. I'm not used to being home long periods of time with my family, and so I'm like, whew, I got to have a plan here. And so what are some things that I can do? And I'll tell you, top of my list is I have to practice patience. Be aware that things are changing for not just you, but for every member of your family. If your kids are used to being in school and now they're home, you're used to having them out. If you're used to working in an office building or being away during the day, now you're home too, and everybody's home, and it's all very different. Which leads me into my next point. It's going to be, I think, really paramount that we look at what we've got going and establish a new routine. We're not used to being all together. We're not used to being at home. And the risk is that I get irritated and annoyed because I think you should be doing things and you're not. Or we're just going to hang out and get to it when we get to it, all of which can be very frustrating for the members of the household. And so, you know, establishing a schedule, establishing a routine for here's what life will look like while we're all here. I think, especially if you have kids, having a get-up time. It doesn't have to be at the crack of dawn, maybe like they did when they go to school, but maybe we can all be up by 8 o'clock, and then we have breakfast and we get ready. And when are we going to be online doing our work, or when are we going to be online doing our schooling, and when are we going to take lunch, and when are our break times, or when is our movement time? You know, we will be allowed to walk outside. If you have kids at home, that's really important for them because they have a lot of energy and have a requirement to move. And so if you look at how would I like the day to look while we're all going to be here, so that we do have a sense of accomplishment and we are being able to live together in harmony, I think a routine and a schedule is going to be very helpful for you there. And then finally, we have to be careful. Lots of times when we have downtime, we want to try to address topics and issues that maybe we haven't had time for. And so while I think problem solving is important, I'll tell you, be careful as you're in a confined space about problem solving really hot topics or big items. You need to be able to take breaks. You're going to need to be able to have time to think about it. You may need to be able to take timeouts, and you've got to have space to do that. So be careful about problem solving, especially those big problems, because that could be very difficult in this small space. So there you have it. Some ideas for how you can manage stress, stay sane while we're spending more time with our families. I hope this is helpful. Thanks.